Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, depending on your location at this very point in time, hearing my voice. This is Okute Daily Talk, bringing to us this early Tuesday morning broadcast from my own side, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about the things of life, about the Biafran struggle, about Nigeria, and about the looters we have in this very country who have vowed that this country can never be good. Whereas this country is even richer than Qatar, combined with Singapore and also Dubai. But the never do well politicians we have in this country have vowed that we can never ever be good at all. Not minding the ups and downs, but we still keep on wallowing strong. Well, I don't want to take much of your time lamenting or saying things to you. Let's just go straight into the news so that you will hear it from the horse's mouth. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that. And if this is the first time of hearing my voice of Okute Daily Talk 1, 2, 3, 4 of anyone you can find on the social media, please endeavor to subscribe to help a brother, because without you there will be no Okute Daily Talk. So please let us move straight into the business of the day. We are starting our news with the man who is richer than the entire Nigeria, but nobody knows. It is called Emefiele, the central bank governor. This man has swindled Nigeria to the point that even the Nigeria itself started to cry. This one is not a matter of people crying now. It's not a matter of the government crying now, but Nigeria itself, Nigeria is crying and bleeding profusely because of this man. And still yet, people are out there defending this man, defending what is not defendable. How can a single man be sharing 60-40 with all banks in Nigeria? The bank are taking 40%, while this man is taking 60%. He diverted almost all the whole stamp duty account to the tune of the recorded one, not the one that they not recorded, to the tune of 89.1 trillion naira. How much is Nigeria have saved? How much is Nigerian GDP? If we must ask, how much is Nigerian GDP? But this man single-handedly, I wonder why this man come out boldly to come and contest for presidency. I said, central bank governor contending for presidency. But no one cares to know, because Nigeria is too busy to forget. They are too busy, just busy doing nothing. Chasing things that is not even chasing them. Chasing things that cannot add any moral support to their own family or even their future. People will be busy talking about the most important thing. You will see the youths who are supposed to carry this on their head. They are busy watching Big Brother Africa. Rubbish. Please, let's go straight. Just in, Godwin Emefiele escapes DSS arrest. Let's see how and why. An application to arrest and detain governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, by the Department of the State Service, DSS, has been stopped by a federal high court sitting in Abuja. This is the problem we are having. You stop the arrest of a criminal, of somebody that is, if people begin to know the secret about this Godwin Emefiele, I swear to Almighty God, you will put your head down and cry for complete 1 year. That this man have turned Nigeria into cashless economy. That the money that this man is swindling from Nigeria, that Naira have no any single business or whatsoever to go out there to borrow money from any stupid country. But this man siphoned Nigeria till death. Look at court of competent jurisdiction who's supposed to serve in the interest of the masses is now defending this man. Okute report that Justice John Sehu, the Chief Judge of the High Court, in declining the motion ex parte filed by an applicant in the absence of the respondent, said the secret police did not provide any concrete evidence to substantiate its claim that Emefiele was involved in the terrorism, financing, and economic crimes. According to the source, the judge said he should have been taken into confidence if there was any evidence to back the allegations. The Honorable Judge also wondered why the name of the respondent was given simply as Godwin Emefiele without a material disclosure that he is the same person as the CBN governor. A high-ranking public official who occupies an extremely sensitive position, the source told the cable. The court also noted that an approval from the president must accompany such an application due to the implications on Nigerian economy should the CBN governor be arrested and detained. There are suggestions that the bid to arrest Emefiele might be political, given the impact the redesign of the Naira and limit on cash withdrawal might have on vote buying in the 2023 elections. A number of politicians have complained that the Naira redesign is targeted at them, but President Muhammadu Buhari has given his full backing into Emefiele's over the policy. On Monday, a group of civil society organizations raised alarm that there was a plot to frame Emefiele for terrorism and remove him from office. This man needs to be removed. This is never what do they call it? It is never a play or whatever you may call it. But this man needs to be removed from office as soon as possible. If not, Nigeria can never be good again. So let us commence with our news, because we still have a lot to tackle on this very day. My husband drugs me every night before raping my niece, Femi Olaleya's wife confesses. Adelemi Falaye, the wife of popular Lagos medical doctor Femi Olaleya, accused of rape, has told the court how her husband drugs her at night before raping her niece. Okute News record that Dr. Femi is facing a 2-count charge of defilement and sexual assault by penetration of his wife's niece when she was just 16 years old. He was arraigned before the Lagos State government in November 2022. However, the doctor pleaded not guilty to the charge preferred against him and was granted bail, but had yet to fulfill the bail conditions. Speaking before the Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court in Ikeja, Lagos State, on Monday, his wife Adelemi said they have been married for 11 years and have 2 children. She expressed regret at how her husband was sexually abusing her niece and was unaware of the incident. Femi's wife told the court that her husband gives her medication every night, which claimed that it will avert blood clots before she was close to turning age 50. She said, "My lord, Femi most nights gives me a small tablet. When I looked at this incident, I wept. How was this incident going on in my home? And I did not know. Femi gives me medication every night, and he claims that it is junior aspirin that will avert blood clots before I'm turning 50 years old," according to the woman. "My lord, maybe a medical examination should be conducted on me. I want to believe that I slept my way through all these atrocities. Sometimes he also gives me Phenagram. He will say I work so hard that Phenagram will help me relax my nerves." Sleeping tablets. He introduced her to pornography. How it all started. According to the witness, her husband raped her niece from March 2020 to November of 2021 at their Maryland residence in Lagos. She said the medical practitioner also introduced her niece to pornography before graduating to oral sex. According to Adelemi, her husband targets areas in their home where the CCTV does not cover and had always threatened to kill her niece if she tells anyone. On why she reported her husband to the police, Adelemi said she has a girl child and the evil will continue if one does not stop it. She said Femi has been sexually abusing her. He introduced her to pornography and graduated to oral sex. After I must have slept, he goes out of their bedroom around 2 a.m. to rape the girl almost on daily basis in the areas where the cameras do not cover. I was raised to be strong and confident woman. I have a girl child. If this evil is not stopped, it will surely continue and generate to other members of the family, according to Femi's wife. Nigerian Air Force has begun recruitment exercise. See details on how to apply. So if you want to apply for Nigerian Air Force, you want to be among them, you want to enroll into the academy or whatever it is, or how they are recruiting, please, this news is for you. So listen attentively and also Tighten your seatbelt because you are about to receive the very good news that your heart needs. The Nigerian Air Force has announced the recruitment exercise for the Direct Short Service Commission (DSSC). In a statement on its website on Monday, the Air Force said the registration portal opened on Monday, December 19, 2022 and would close on Monday, January 30 of 2023. According to the Nigerian Air Force, the DSSC is a type of commission that is open to both civilians and serving military personnel. The course provides the avenue for the enlistment of degree holders who are professionals in specified fields. The training period for this type of commission is usually 6 months of intensive military training, and successful candidates are commissioned into the rank of flying officers. Method of applications. 1. Nationality. Applicants must be Nigerian citizens by birth and possesses a national identity card, either name or BVN. 2. Age. Applicants must be between the ages of 20 and 30 years by 14 November of 2023. 25 to 40 years for medical consultants. Please note the following. A. Candidates born before 13 October 1993 are not eligible, while candidates born before 13 October 1983 are not eligible for medical consultants as well. B. The exercise is not for serving personnel desiring branch commission. Therefore, personnel above 30 years of age before 13th October born 1993 are not apply. So hear this and hear it very clear. Number 3, marital status. All applicants must be single. Hear it again. All applicants must be single. Number 4, height. Minimum height is 1.66 meters for males and 1.63 meters for females. Number 5, medical fitness. Applicants must be medically fit and meet the Nigerian Air Force and medical employment standards. Number 6, local government area attestation form. Applicants, local government area attestation form must be signed by a military officer from the same state as the applicants, not below the rank of wing commander in the Nigerian Air Force or equivalent in the Nigerian Army and the Nigerian Navy, or a police officer of the rank of assistant commissioner and above. My question is, so anybody who does not have any military on his own side cannot apply for this. This on a condition is too harsh. Or local government area chairman or secretaries and magistrates from the local government area of the applicants or registrar. DVC provost of applicant institute. The local government area attestation form must be accompanied by the passport photograph and photocopy of the signees, driver's license or national ID card or international passport. The signee is also to authenticate behind the applicant passport photograph. Number 7, letter of attestation of good character. A separate letter of attestation of good character is required of every candidate. The letter could be attested and authenticated by the same signee in paragraph 6 above, or any eligible personality from a different state but of equal status to the aforementioned candidates. Candidates are not to print out the letter of attestation of good character form and forwarded same for the signee to fill and sign accordingly with his or her official stamp and other means of identification documents such as driver's license, international passport, national identity card, and voter's card. Number 8, presentation of original credentials. Successful applicants are required to submit their original credentials for scrutiny at the selection board interview exercise. The credentials include the following. A. 8 recent passport size photographs to be stamped and countersigned by the officer of the appropriate rank as specified in paragraph 6. B. Original and copy of birth certificate or declaration of age. Then C. Original and photocopy of educational and professional certificates. D. Original and photocopy of indigenship certificate from applicant's local government or state of origin. E. Original and photocopy of attestation of good character signed by the officer of appropriate rank as specified in paragraph 6. Yet number 9. Any applicant suspected to have impersonated or submitted false documents shall be disqualified from the selection exercise. Also, any false declaration, dictated letter may lead to withdrawal from training. Such applicants will be handed over to the Nigerian police for prosecution. The Nigerian Air Force will not entertain any inquiries in respect of applicants whose applications have been rejected. Interested applicants are to know that the online registration is free of charge. Applicants are required to fill in valid email addresses and telephone numbers in the appropriate space provided in the application form. Number 10. Completed applicant's form. On completion of the application forms, applicants must print out the underlisted documents. Acknowledgement slip. B. Local government attestation of a parent and guidance form. Number C. Local government area attestation form. D. Letter of attestation of good character form. Number 11. Invitation for the interview. Successful applicants should be invited for a screening exercise through the Nigerian Air Force recruitment portal www.nigerianavrecruitment.airforce.mil.ng. In addition to this, email and phone numbers could be used as deemed necessary. So we can go on and so forth. So for those of us who are interested in this, so please visit the Nigerian Air Force website and apply there. And they made it clear to each and every one of us that the application online there is free of charge. Don't go and visit a fake website that will demand some amount of money from you to register, or to make it very quick for you, or to do a backyard work for you so that you can enroll into it easily. You know, we Nigerians, we always like a bribe. We always like to give bribe. That is why the police and other security agencies are taking advantage of that to punish us even when we are at our right, because we are used to giving bribe. That is the simple truth. Dasuki, this rubbish does not make sense to me. Deji Adeyanjo questions Okupe's convictions. Nigerian activist Deji Adeyanjo has reacted to the conviction of the Director General of Peter Obi Presidential Campaign Council, Doyin Okupe. Ukutenu report that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) had dragged Okupe to court for violating the Money Laundering Act. What happens to what did they call him? You convicted this man, yet you cannot convict somebody who stole to the tune of 109 billion naira from the Nigerian Treasury. You cannot convict the central bank governor who have been in a spotlight for over 89.1 trillion naira. Yet you go after Okupe. This is politically motivated. I said it without no atom of regret. This is politically motivated. You people are doing everything humanly possible to make sure that you tarnish the image of the Labour Party presidential candidate. So this case has been there since. Why can't you people arrest him? Just as the election is drawing closer, you people just waited. Just like what you people did to Rochas Okorocha. During the everything, Rochas have been there since, doing campaigning for the primary election of the APC. The AFCC does not do anything. A day to the day of the convention, you people went and burgled into his house, invaded his house, and break everything breakable and enter and got him arrested. Nigeria, which way forward? I ask again, this Nigeria of a country, are you people sure that you want to move forward, or you keep on moving backward? Politics, using the security agencies to tarnish the image of others. It has been a norm in Nigerian politicians' lives. Okay, let's proceed. In the ruling on Monday, Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu of an Abuja Federal High Court found Okupe guilty over allegations of receiving 200 million naira cash from the former National Security Advisor, Sambo Dasuki, when he was a senior special advisor to former President Goodluck Jonathan. Okukwe was subsequently sentenced to 2 years imprisonment with an option of 13 million fine, which must be paid on or before 4:30 p.m. on Monday. Reacting to the conviction in a post on Twitter, Adeyanju wondered why Dasuki, who was involved in illegal proceeds, was not dancing to the same music as Okukwe. Of course, yeah, Dasuki paid the money to him, right? Then why the Dasuki is not dancing the same music? That is Nigeria for you, the power that be. The activist insisted that money originated from Dasuki, therefore he ought to know that it was illegal. Confirm. You are making sense, despite the fact that you don't have sense, but you are making sense here. The person that gave Doyin Okukwe money is free, but Okukwe has just been convicted. Nigeria. The person who ought to reasonably know that the fund was illegal is Dasuki, not Okukwe, because the NSA operates almost a dark budget. This rubbish will never make sense to me, Adeyanju wrote. I quite agree with you, my brother. You make sense in this one, not like other ones you used to write. You really make a whole lot of sense in this your article. 2023, Peter Obi meet this day editorial board. Let's see what happens and what is the motive or what's the move for the meeting. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has met with the editorial board of this day newspaper. Okutenu report that the former governor of Anambra State met with the this day editorial board at their head office in Abuja on Monday. In a tweet via his Twitter page, the Labour Party flag bearer said the two sides had an opportunity to interrogate various topical national interest issues ahead of the 2023 general elections. The former governor added that he also shared his governor's perspectives and the fundamentals of his manifesto and mission mandate with the board. He wrote earlier today, I interfaced with the editorial board of this day newspaper. We had an opportunity to interrogate various topical national interest issues. I shared my governor's perspective and the fundamentals of our manifesto and mission mandate, Peter Obi wrote on his Twitter page. 2023. His Excellency, the former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, arrives at Akwa Ibom ahead of his campaign. Meanwhile, Obi arrived in Akwa Ibom State ahead of his presidential campaign rally. It was gathered that the former governor of Anambra arrived in the state alongside his team to canvass for the votes of the Labour Party's campaign rally on Tuesday. The Labour Party flag bearer later held an interactive session with the members of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Akwa Ibom chapter. Obi, however, will be without the Director General of his campaign council, Doyin Okukwe, who was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment on Monday over alleged money laundering. The High Court Judge, Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu, during a session today, found Okukwe guilty of contravening Section 16, subsection 1 and 2 of the Money Laundering Act in Nigerian Constitution. Okukwe breaks silence on 702 million naira conviction. They found him guilty. The Director General of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, Doyin Okukwe, has broken silence following the ruling of the Federal High Court Abuja on Monday, sentencing him to jail. Okutenu report that Okukwe, right-hand man to the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, was sentenced to a 2-year jail term today after he was found guilty of money laundering but given the option of paying a fine. Okukwe was earlier convicted by Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu, who considered a money laundering case brought before the court by the Economic and the Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) on alleged money laundering and criminal breach of trust to the tune of 702 million naira valid. Reacting to the court ruling, Okukwe, via his verified Twitter handle on Monday evening, stated that his enemies have tried to pull him down but failed countless times. He wrote, God is not man. The enemies have tried in so many ways but kept on failing. Victory is of God. So that is all you people need to know about the case of Doyin Okukwe, the DG, Director General of the Labour Party presidential campaign. Nigeria has the potential to be richer and bigger than Qatar, Baba Ahmed spoken. The National Director of Publicity of the Northern Elders Forum, Hakim Baba Ahmed, has said Nigeria is potentially bigger and richer than Qatar. I 100% agree with you. In short, 1,000,000% I agreed with you. The National Director argued that Nigeria could have been better than Qatar if the nation had good and honest leaders. He stated this while commending the Middle East country for hosting the 2022 World Cup. Speaking via a series of tweets, Baba Ahmed wrote, Nigeria is potentially much richer and bigger than Qatar if we have good, honest, and patriotic leaders. Imagine what we can do in this lifetime. Say what you will. Qatar defied all obstacles to organize the best tournament. Those who thought of including pidgin English commentaries should be commended. The pidgin commentators, especially the lady, were great. Despite hosting the tournament, Qatar crashed out early, but Argentina lifted the trophy yesterday after defeating France 4-2 on penalties. That is all you need to know what Baba Ahmed said, and there's no single lie on it. You have 100% truth, my dear brother and my elder. Sowore mocks Obasanjo, Babangida orders as he rocks to Okugbe's conviction. The presidential candidate of African Action Congress, AAC, Omoyole Sowore, has mocked the Director General of the Labour Party, Presidential Campaign Council, Doyin Okugbe, over his conviction on Monday by the High Court for money laundering charges. Sowore, in a post via his Twitter account, labeled Okugbe as a money launderer following his conviction by Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu. He also called out the lies of former President Olusegun Obasanjo and former head of state Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, describing them as corrupt godfathers. Not done, the AAC candidate also described General John Eneche as a massacre defender while including his statement with an unnamed candidate whom he described as a SARS supporter. He said he is glad such people are not part of his own party. So he wrote all and concluded. So if you want to know whatever, money laundering conviction, Okugbe has paid 13 million fine, says Labour Party. It will be recalled that Okugbe was on Monday sentenced to a 2-year jail term for the offense of money laundering. He was convicted on Monday by Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu of the Federal High Court in Abuja. The judge gave the ruling as it relates to a money laundering case brought before the court by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) on alleged money laundering and criminal breach of trust to the tune of 702 million naira. Okugbe was found guilty of collecting cash payments in excess of the threshold allowed under Section 16 of Section 1 and 2 of the Money Laundering Act without going through a financial institution. According to the judge, the embattled Labour Party DG was reported to have received hundreds of millions in cash from the office of the former National Security Advisor, Colonel Sambo Dasuki, while he was in office. He was, however, given the option of paying the fine of 500,000 naira each on the 26 counts for which he was found guilty, totaling 13 million naira. He has paid the fine. The Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council (PCC) says Okugbe has paid the sum of 13 million naira following the court's verdict. The Presidential Campaign Council media officer Darian Onifade confirmed this on Monday evening while speaking ahead of the party's rally in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. We are moving forward, my dear. Police shot dead 12 terrorists in Bauchi. Another audio killings. Operatives of the Nigerian police force in Bauchi State have reportedly killed no fewer than 12 terrorists in recent operations. The State Police Command revealed this in a statement released on Monday through its public relations officer, SP Ahmed Wakil. Wakil said the assailants, including kidnappers and bandits terrorists, were neutralized during a raid on their hideouts in the Al-Karili local government area of the state. He said the police also recovered weapons and motorcycles from the bandits. Wakali said that a joint operation of security operatives engaged the suspects in a 4 hideout in Mansu, Dagre, Guana, and Dajin Mandam in Alakari forest. Following the hot exchange of superior firepower by the operatives, which led 12 of the kidnappers neutralized while others subdued, dislodged, and scampered in disarray into the nearby bushes with possible gunshot wounds and abandoned their camps. Consequently, the weapons and operational motorcycles have been recovered during the operation, the police mouthpiece in the state confirmed. He said the command had intensified patrols to apprehend the fleeing members of the syndicate. Prepare for war. Suspected herdsmen threaten Ogun communities. This is in the last news I read. I read it, I think, day before yesterday. So, my dear people, let us take the last but not the least on our hand this morning. APC, our Agbado presidential candidate, have finally agreed to attend town hall meeting, being today, Tuesday. Where and how? Let us see how. TVC News, have you arranged another thing? Let us see. The All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu is expected to attend a town hall meeting with the party stakeholders tomorrow in Cross River, Mount. Okute News understand that the former governor of Lagos State is scheduled to arrive tomorrow to meet the party stakeholders in the South. A statement delivered to newsmen on Monday by the APC Deputy Director, Presidential Campaign Council, South, and Chairman of the Media and Publicity Local Organizing Committee, Dr. Julius Okputu, confirmed Tinubu's scheduled meeting with the party chieftains. Okputu hailed Tinubu's achievement as a governor in Lagos State, saying that the presidential hopefully has set standard for good governance. The party chieftain said everything is in place ahead of tomorrow's meeting. The statement said the history of this country is replete with evidence of exemplary governance, and Lagos State is often described as a center of excellence and mini Nigerian, and is a representative sample of an oasis, a signature of a working template in our democracy. Sometimes I begin to wonder how Lagos State is all these things that you people are saying. Under Tinubu, if I can recall, how many flyovers have been built in Lagos State? That Lagos State is messed up till tomorrow. Lagos State is a hell on earth. Lagos State is the only state that you can stay in traffic for hours. Lagos State is the only state that if you are living in mainland and you are going to Ireland for your business, you have to wake up as early as 5 o'clock a.m. so that you can get there before 10 o'clock and start your normal business. Lagos State is the only state that when you close from your shop 6 o'clock, be rest assured that you are going to reach your home 11 o'clock p.m. in the night. You people keep on making all these statements. He built Lagos, he make Lagos like this. If he built Lagos truly, and the kind of revenue Lagos is generating from the airport, from the alliance, from the seaport, and the rest of other government office, government infrastructures there, that is generating a heavy revenue there. See yet, Lagos cannot be able to build another 10 mainland bridge to ease the traffic that always make people's life miserable there. If you are living in Lawansin and you are doing business in Lagos Island, my dear, forget it. Traffic will frustrate you. You will sell everything in your shop and come back to Lawansin to open a shop. That is the same Lagos that said this man built. 10 mainland bridge have been there for a very long time, and this man have ruled for complete good 8 years with all his boys in position, going to the office every now and then. Why can't he send that footprint, that manifesto, or whatever they call it, for them to follow? Let's say he started the project and he put his boy to complete it, that the traffic in that 10 mainland bridge will not happen again. Yet people keep making recommendations. Okay, he built Lagos. Lagos is not Nigeria. Lagos is a state. Lagos is not federal. If he build Lagos State, then let him contest again as Lagos State governor. He will win again, and let him continue building Lagos to the mess that Lagos it is. He caused the rise of Alayes in Lagos. He made MC Oloma what he is today, that he can come out on the public and say whatever he likes. Please let us proceed. What kind of nonsense legacy he built in Lagos State that the people cannot hear word? His Excellency, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress, is the progenitor of that exemplary legacy. It added that Tinubu's cabinet in 1999 had a pan-Nigeria outlook with which he executed policies and initiatives that branded and separated Lagos State from the ordinary Nigerian box. He believes in the inherent capacity of every child, man and woman, to advance public interest, productivity. His determination to continue to forge common fronts in fostering our oneness has kept us together. The sacrifice to secure our fundamental rights to vote and be voted for within an unfettered democratic space makes the essential of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu a necessity. Lagos is not built by Tinubu, that is number one. Number two, if Tinubu had built Lagos, Lagos will never be in this total mess. Up to tomorrow, Lagos still encounter a large traffic in the whole of the eastern, in the whole of the Nigeria there, in the whole of the country. So let us stop all this build Lagos. Let him campaign on the success of his master, Buhari, because they are the one that sold Buhari to Nigerians, instead of saying what he did 8 years ago. Please, my dear people, this is the end of this broadcast of this early morning. Until I come your way again, I see the man you one and only with a daily talk. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button. Be the first to be notified each time we go live or post something new on this channel. Remain blessed, and I bless the works of your hand from this day and onwards. I am going out and I'm signing out for now. Bye, and see you people later in the day. Thank you.